Today I would like to share a few things that help us during our buying process of our RV. The first thing is we have to decide on the size. Does size matter? To me it does. Bigger isn't necessarily better. I like it small. No. But I'm talking about the size of the RV. There's Class A, Class C, Class B, and the trailers. We look at the Class A and they are nice and spacious, but they are way too big for us to drive. The same with Class C. Some of Class C, they do look smaller, but it's still too wide and too long for me to drive. And the trailers, some of the trailers look really cute and small that we could pull behind, even behind our SUV. But the problem is I don't know how to back the trailer back into a campsite, so that is just not gonna work for us. So the only thing left is a Class B, which is like a van. So we decided on the Class B finally, and even within the Class B there's a 19 feet Class B and there's a 24 feet, and we get to look at the 24 and it still looks so long, and I don't think I could feel comfortable driving and maneuvering and even to park. So the 19 feet is a better fit for us because we could park it anywhere and easy to back into a spot, and I could help my husband drive when he gets tired on a road trip. So after deciding which size RV we wanted, we talked about the price. When I was researching for different types of Class B, and there's a big range of pricing, so there's a less expensive one and there's a more expensive one. I fell in love with AirStream, but it's on a higher side. So when I told my husband about AirStream, he was sticker shocked, and he said that if I really wanted that, go ahead and we could buy it, but then I could feel that he's not very comfortable with such a big purchase, that he's not sure that if it's something that we really wanted to do, because we never talk about RV or anything like that at all. All of a sudden I just want an RV. So we decided on a less expensive RV so that we can just get into experience the RVing in life. And so we purchased a 1-year-old pre-owned RV with 6,000 miles on it, and we use it for an additional 6,000 miles going everywhere, and we fell in love with the RV experience. So we decided to upgrade to the AirStream. But budgeting doesn't include just the purchase price. We have to factor in the additional insurance for this recreational vehicle and the repair costs for the RV down the line, because once we get it, things will break down, little things here and there, and there will be additional costs. And also the storage problem. If you live in an area where there's no HOA, you could just park anywhere, because it's just like a utility van. You can just park on your driveway or on the street. But if you live in an area with HOA, most likely you cannot park on your own driveway in there. That's the case for us. We didn't know. We thought that we could just park on the our driveway, and when we bought it, we just parked there, and the HOA said no, we cannot park there. We have to either park it in the back of our property or store it somewhere else, and so that's an additional cost to store it. After deciding on the budget, we looked at different layout, floor plans, and features of different types of Class Bs, and we realized that we do want an open layout like this, so that we could open the back doors and have a beautiful view. There are some other RVs that there's a bathroom in the back here. It is pretty convenient also, where you can just wash your feet or whatever, in the back, and the bathroom is back there, but then there's no view in the back. For us, this view is very important, so that helps us narrow down on certain kind of Class B that we need to look at. Speaking of bathroom, on the Class B RV, there's only one option. It's a wet bath. What a wet bath is a toilet and the shower head is in the same room. And there's different type of toilet. There's flush toilet and there's cassette toilet. What the cassette toilet is, there's like a container with wheels. You just pull it out from the van and just take it to the dumping station or in the public bathroom. And it's not something that I would want to do or my husband would want to do, so we decided on a flush toilet, and we just wanted to make it as easy and convenient as possible. So we decided on the dumping system that has a macerator, which is a pump system that pump all the waste to the sewer line instead of the gravity dump, which is also convenience, but because it has a bigger hose, and it's just such a hassle to have to deal with that big hose. And I know that with the gravity dump, you don't have to worry about the macerator breaking or anything like that. Is also a plus. But like for us, the convenience and the process of dumping is more important. So we just take a chance of it. If it breaks in the future, we just have to get it fixed. The next thing we have to decide on is how to power the coach. Do we want lithium batteries, solars, or a generator? In our previous RV, we had 200 watts of solar and 400 amp lithium batteries, but no generator. And we were able to power the coach and run it, with a lot of things on running, and we were still fine until hot weather, when we have to start using the AC, and that would only last us 2 to 3 hours, even though the manufacturer says that we could run it longer than that. But in our experience, it will only last us probably less than 3 hours max. And with this AirStream, it has lithium batteries, solar panels, and a generator. Even though they don't have a big package of lithium batteries like our previous RV, but it's enough to power the fridge, to watch TV. And when we want to use the AC, we can turn on the generator. And with the generator, we could run the AC for probably more than 10 hours. We just haven't got a chance to use it and test it out yet. But a lot of people are saying that it would last that long. For us, we have to decide on what kind of travel do we want to travel in. Do we want luxury travels or more of an adventurous travel? For us, it's more like a luxury travels. We don't plan to take it off-road, go somewhere boondocking for days. And so we would like to have all this luxury stuff, all the remote controls, all the automatic shades up and down, even though I know they might break down. But for some people who are more adventurous, they would probably want something like a Revel, because it's for off-road, and they don't have a lot of automatic stuff that could rattles and fall when they go off-road. And if you want to go off-road, you can choose the 4x4 options. Some chassis have 4x4 options and some don't. We have the 4x4. It's just because we want the additional clearance, and just in case in the future, who knows, we might want to go off-road. There are 3 different types of chassis in the US that the RV manufacturers are using to build the Class B RVs, and they are the Mercedes Sprinter, the Ram Pro Master, and the Ford Transit. And you kind of have to decide whether you want gas or diesel, because some chassis don't offer the diesel engine. For us, with our previous RV, we had the gas engine on a Ram Pro Master, and right now we have the Mercedes chassis with the diesel. And my husband said that the gas mileage is the same, so which is a good thing. So we decided on the AirStream for its fit and finish and the build quality, and of course this open layout is my favorite. Also, it's just the unique design of the AirStream with aluminum ceiling and rounded corner, and the texture on the wood. But the most important thing is, now that we know we want to have a service dealer place, nearby, because with our previous RV we have to go find an authorized repair place to be able to repair a road track RV. So it was hard, to find one, and it takes a long time because they would have to do repair paperwork and get authorized, then repair. So with the AirStream, we just bring it to the AirStream dealer and they would just make the repair for us. And for us, that's very important. Thank you for watching. I hope by sharing our buying experience, it will help you in finding your own perfect RV.